Welcome to the Startup Grind.
I have a rule with the press, and I think I've always had a good relation with the press in that I tell them everything. Especially when my hands are caught in the cookie jar, they're in the cookie jar. I'll tell them what cookie I'm getting, how many I'm going to eat. It's going to be too many. How fast I'm going to eat it. And Mike.
Why do you do that?
Well, Mike had figured out, that we were doing something, and he wanted to write a story about it. And I just said, here, look, Mike, here's everything that we're doing, and here's who, is funding us, and here's who's involved, and here's the idea. And if you really want to be helpful, it's not by writing, an article right now. So he ended up writing just a little thing. I think Luke, Luke's from About.me, by the way. I don't know if Heidi or anyone else is here, but if you are, raise your hands. He ended up, and Luke was our first hire. So Luke's super special in a lot of different ways. Nobody poach him, but he was there for the whole ride. And so Mike just wrote a little thing that we were getting funded.
Yeah.
Didn't really talk about what we were doing. But in September, he called me up. I can't remember how this all went down. I think he called me up or whatever for something else. He goes, by the way, are you ever going to launch this thing? And I said, yeah, we're starting to work on it, in earnest. He said, so what's new with it? And I said, well, we got the URL, About.me. And he goes, that's killer. He goes, that's great. Can I write about it? And I'm like, no, please, not yet. That's just going to create a bunch of, a work on our end that's not going to be helpful. So a week went by, and he called me back. He goes, I'm thinking about this, and I really think you should let me write. And I know you think I'm being self-serving, but I'm not in this case. I have a great idea for you. He goes, since the URL is so literal and such a killer awesome URL, why don't you allow people to pre-register their name? Because people lost their names on the web a long time ago, and it's like you can get your name. And I kind of thought about that, and so Luke did a quick little sign-up page for us, and we put it out there. And I think Luke was calling me he called me the next day. I was going up to Foo Camp, O'Reilly's thing, and he says, "We are signing up like 3 people per second." I mean,
wow,
it was just crazy.
This is after the article had hit.
Yeah, after the article had gone,
Yeah.
and it was like a day. It was through the entire weekend, and we came out of that, and we had a good couple 100,000 people.
Wow.
That had signed up pre-registered for a product. And what that told me and told us was that the value proposition, no matter how thin the product was going to be, the value proposition really resonated.
Mm-hmm.
That there was a massive audience of people out there that do not have a kind of a presence on the web. I think most of this crowd is a bit unique. You either know how to code it yourself, or you know how to go do WordPress or something. But most people don't have that. I'd say 99.5% of the people that use the web don't have that.